Hi guys, it's that time again. Which is better? And it'll be between Black Seeds of Vengeance by NILE and Destroy the Opposition by Dying Fetus. And before I continue, I'm going to be leaving links in the description down below to check out songs by Entombed, and even links to check out my Instagram and Twitter pages. There you get to see what songs I'm listening to, as well as what my band merch collection looks like. So looking at Black Seeds of Vengeance by NILE, they just managed to release one solid CD after another. This album is not only solid, but it could be their masterpiece. It's brutal yet dark and atmospheric. The orchestrational songs like Masturbating the War God or Chapter of Transforming into a Snake is just astounding. It is probably their most underproduced album, so no wonder it's dismissed easily. But this album eclipses their previous material and sets a very high standard for the records to come. Not only technically speaking, mind you, but in the variation throughout the songs. And I'll grant you that the following albums may be a little more complex, in particular in the Dark Shrines, but I have the impression that no other album of theirs features this hypnotic chanting, the epicness of savagery that this album does so well. And the elements can be pinpointed in the blasphemous track Defiling the Gates of Ishtar. Here I find a raw force that is more immediate and reminds me of the Amongst the Catacombs era than the recent material, but at the same time I feel the very complex riffage and the architectonic nature of the songs that make this a more intellectual and refined album, whereas songs from Amongst have short breath, and this album shows a sustained energy that fulfills the band's capacity. Now, strangely enough, there are several instances where I find that some of the latest albums actually include emulations of past glories. New epic tracks on other albums will always try to imitate the richness of Dream to Slower tracks still make an effort to fathom again the disturbing whisper-filled depths of the Black Flame. The opening tracks found a new standard in the crushing title song. The riffs are perfectly justified and the Egyptian elements are never overbearing. NILE's music has a cerebral bore and their themes are displayed very constantly and very coherently. So switching gears, we're going to look at Destroy the Opposition by Dying Fetus. Dying Fetus is one of those bands that you either love or hate. I'm one of those that love the band, so I decided to look at this album, for example. This album does what it says on the title track, does what it says. It completely annihilates everything else around it. From the opening track to the last, every song is filled with ridiculously groovy, heavy and brutal music that will of course destroy the opposition. They're awesome. To some, this is a gateway band. I can see all the viewpoints, but it doesn't matter because to me, you can go absolutely insane whenever you hear something like this. The first track on the album is what makes the band who they are. It opens with one of the catchiest riffs that you will ever hear and continues to be completely brutal. Everything from blast beats to breakdowns to slower breakdowns to even slower, heavier breakdowns. The slower riffs are just so catchy, and honestly I don't know how everyone doesn't find some pleasure in these songs. There is some sweeping on the album and it's crazy as well. Gallagher may do the same type of sweep in a lot of songs, but it's still awesome. The production is top notch, thick sounding drums and chunky guitars to add to the overall feel. If you can't tell already, this is up there in terms of my favourite albums. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought was the better album. Other than that, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.